everyone. So today we're going to discuss the principles of communication, which is a very important topic to learn. When we say principles, basically it is a rule and communication is a message. So when we combine those two words, it is a rule of message. In this lesson, we aim to identify the four basic principles of communication and explain the purpose of it. What principle do you impose on yourself when talking to your friends or even chatting it on Messenger? So in here, we have the four basic principles of communication. One is purposive, adaptive, dynamic, and last but not the least is the systematic. First one is communication is purposive. In every communication, there is always a purpose and intention, a reason for materializing thought into a decodable message. One of the reasons why people communicate is for them to be able to learn or to satisfy their desire for knowledge, which we're going to tackle right after the next page. This photo was retrieved from blackted.com by Christian Aparta, where it tends you to get real, make language a learning lifestyle, think about language learning as a gateway to new experience, make friends, and don't worry if you made a mistake. So that is the meaning of this image. So this is what I'm talking about, the 6 general reasons why people communicate. One is to learn. We communicate because we want to know when we are curious about something, either in a topic, to satisfy our curiosity. And when that curiosity is met or answered, it is safe to assume that the object of the conversation is being fulfilled. The next one is to relate. Every person desires to belong in a certain organization where they want to do something together with their friends. The next one is to interact with other individuals. No man is an island, a very popular quote by Jadon, where we communicate in order to survive. If we encounter life difficulties, we may want to speak with our friends to cope the challenges in your life. The next one is to help. Communication is not about communicating, chatting, and so on. It is also a way of helping someone, just like what I've said before, that when you encounter life difficulties, we want to speak to someone that could cope or to lessen our burdens. Next one is to influence. People have different goals in manipulating others. One of the best example for this one is the candidacy or election 2022, where every candidate has the opportunity to speak about their policies and their proposal. And it is one way of influencing people the way they speak or communicate. Then the next one is to entertain. Communication is not just limited by just exchanging information from a person to another person, but it is also used to entertain or attract people from their skills, the way they entertain someone or communicate, just like in a variety show or a seminar. Then we move on to communication is adaptive. As sender, We need to look for a way that the receiver could understand our message. One of the best examples for this is when you're working as a tourist guide, and it happened that most of your clients are Korean people. Then they don't understand English as well. So, for their own sake, you have to speak Korean so that they will understand what you're saying. If you are not heard because you are speaking in English, turn to a language that is more open to the respondents. Then, the next one is communication is dynamic. Communication is like a world that is subject to change and change for development. In the example that is communication, it is meant for exchanging tangible objects, but now it is meant for exchanging of thoughts, emotions, or feelings towards someone. Then we also have an example just like Xerox. So it is a photocopying machine, but now we are meant that it is an act of photocopying something. Then we've come up to last but not the least is the communication is systematic. Communication is made up of several components such as communicators, networks, and so on. But if one item failed to perform its task, the transfer of information can be at risk. So that's all for today. I hope you learned something from me. See you in the next video. That's all. Thank you.